So my interest in medicine didn't start right away. When I was a little girl, I was interested in many things, usually always regarding to science or also social sciences. I was interested in that too. But not until I got into ninth grade and we were going to do a little project with a frog. We were going to dissect that frog. I think that was the moment when I knew that I wanted to be a doctor. And the reason was that at the beginning I was a little bit scared of the animal, and I found it a little bit repulsive, quite honestly, the appearance of the animal. But once I got into the project, I became so interested in that, and something kind of changed at that moment. I felt like a little surgeon in opening the body of that animal and seeing the organs, how they worked, how they interconnected between each other. I found it fascinating and it mesmerized me, and I think that was the moment when I thought, oh, I want to be a doctor. When I got into medicine, I thought that I was going to be a pediatrician. But when I started doing my surgical specialties, I loved that. I loved the fact that I could fix something actually with my hands. So every rotation, I thought that I wanted to become, a doctor in that particular specialty. So for a while, I thought I was going to be an ENT doctor, and then I thought I was going to do orthopedics. But then the rotation in ophthalmology began, and I loved the fact that it was so visual, that you could really see what was going on with the patient. You didn't really need that much the words of the patient or to imagine what was going on, because you actually could see really what was going on with them. And then in the OR, I thought that it was fascinating to see when I saw my attendant taking out that cataract that in those days was an extracapsular surgery, and he took the whole cataract out, which was like a little lentil, and it looked dark brown. And then instead of that, he put the most beautiful piece of clear plastic inside of the eye. And just using the fingertips, he was suturing, put 10 sutures with a suture that was finer than a hair. And looking under a microscope, using his hands so clean, bloodless, oh, I fell in love with it. And that's when I knew that I wanted to be an ophthalmologist. When we were doing cataract surgery on an old lady, she had cataracts, very mature cataracts on both eyes, and she couldn't see anything. And I remember doing the cataract surgery, and then the next day when we removed the eye patch, the smile in her face, although she was toothless, it was the most beautiful smile. She just hugged me and kissed me, and she said, "I can see." And that to me was beautiful, and that's probably one of the memories that I treasure the most. I think that being a physician is a huge privilege. I feel very, very fortunate to be a physician. So at the same time, I also feel a big responsibility, because I think that I need to convey, I have the responsibility to educate my patients on how to take care of them, and explaining to them what I see, what I know about their diseases, and how to help them to improve their quality of life. I think that that's probably my main duty, to educate and educate myself too, daily, to help the patients see better or to feel better.